Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, we'll be asking the cards, will they notice me or have they already? So this is for whoever you've got your eye on, a potential significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whoever. And today I have 4 stacks for you. So with our first stack, what I'm going to put on here is Obsidian. Next we have Labradorite, red agate, and lastly, Lapis lazuli. So please choose whichever stack or stacks call out to you, and we will get started with this reading. So remember that if there are more than one stacks that call out to you, if there are 2 of them or all of them, just choose whichever ones go with you so that you get a better reading. Now, let's get started. So with our first stack in Obsidian, our first card is the 7 of Swords, and our second card is the 3 of Shells, playfulness and bliss. So I want to say, I think with this card, they're represented in this fox character, and you're represented in this dolphin card. And I think they do notice you. And even though it may be a little cheesy, I want to say they have their eye on you. There's something that has brought their attention to you, and they're definitely looking at you. They have noticed you. But with this card, what I'm thinking is you're constantly surrounded by a lot of people, so maybe they're a little scared or too shy to make a move. They don't want to approach you when you're surrounded by all of your friends. So maybe it's somebody at school or maybe somebody at your workplace, and you're constantly surrounded by that little group of people you always have with you. So I think maybe if you gave that person the opportunity to approach you when you're alone, or maybe tell your friends to maybe lay back a little when they're around you, so that they can feel more comfortable approaching you, because it seems like even though they're interested in you and they are looking at you, they have taken notice of you, they're still a little worried about it, because it's like they don't want to have to ask you out or talk to you with your friends there. So try to maybe go to the water cooler or to the classroom, wait outside the classroom alone for a little while, where you're more vulnerable or more approachable in their mind. But they have definitely noticed you. They definitely watch you from afar, and they're interested in you. You just have a lot of people around you, and they don't have the opportunity or haven't had the chance to just come up to you and talk. I think they're very shy, or they're worried about making a bad first impression. So that's what I'm seeing with this first stack and Obsidian. So remember, they do have their eye on you. You just need to give them the opportunity to approach you when you're alone. Our next deck is with Labradorite. Our first card is the 5 of Cups. And our second card is the Page of Feathers, Exploration and Discovery. And I think with this card, what I want to say is, I don't think they've noticed you, only because they're more trapped in whatever mindset they're in right now. So it could be that they don't really have a lot of confidence and are maybe so down on themselves or stuck in whatever mind they're stuck in, that they're not seeing you. And even though you're making it very obvious to them, they're still like, there's no possible way they could like me, or they're just not giving themselves the credit that could be that you're interested in them. They seem sort of insecure, sort of maybe not in the best place right now. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try and approach them, or you shouldn't continue to try and get them to notice you. I think you definitely should. Whatever you're doing is working, and they're starting to believe that there's possibly a chance with you, or that you are interested in them, and they are starting to notice you. But they're still caught up in this little personality, this little like place in their head. There's a voice telling them that there's no way. So keep doing it. I see that you're doing it subtly, that you're trying to attract them to you in a subtle way, and I think you should continue that way. It may take a little while, but they're definitely going to pick their head up and notice you. So they might be in a place where they're not super positive about themselves, but that will change, and they'll begin to look at you in a better light, or maybe in a romantic way, and think that there is a possibility that they can be with you, and that it isn't just in or a figment of their imagination. I think too with this, I want to say with you, you could start approaching them as a friend, or if you are a friend, be a little more open with them, or drop a few more hints. If you're a friend, drop a few more hints. If you're not a friend, become their friend and start saying hi, just walk up to them and let them know that they're there. So that is with the second stack and Labradorite. Our third stack is with red agate. Our first card is the Three of Cups. And our second card is Two of Shells, Union and Harmony. So I think it's really interesting right away. Like what drew me in immediately, I'm laying these cards down, is all the birds. And I want to say that it's a representation of your groups, the cliques that you're in, or the groups that you're in. Like, you both have these people around you that are backing you up, like, go for it, turn to you, and hey, I see them looking at you, you should go ask them out. And I think there's still a hesitation on both sides where you're almost both waiting for the other one to make a move, but I definitely see that they notice you. They have looked at you, and they are definitely interested in you. They just don't know what to do yet. They don't know whether or not they want to make a move. They've got their friends cheering them on. You've got your friends cheering you on, but it may be that all the people around you are making it really hard for you to actually talk to each other. So I would say go for it. Maybe ask them to go and talk to you, like, alone, or like to go out for lunch or dinner, or just a casual get together at a cafe or something, where you two can just talk to each other, or just like separate yourself from your friends for a little bit so that you're not being like hyped up by them constantly, and maybe that'll allow you to talk to each other. But they definitely have taken notice of you, and I think it's really good with these cards because they both have birds in them, they're both in groups, and this one says union and harmony. They're close to each other, they're in a good relationship. So definitely just take that opportunity to separate yourself from your friends so that you can get to talk to each other, because you're both distracted by that cheering of your friends. Even though it's meant well, it's still maybe like you don't have the chance to just talk. And that is with the third stack and red agate. Our last stack is with Lapis lazuli. Our first card is the Two of Swords, and our second stack is the Page of Shells, Intuition and Inspiration. So with this stack, although it may seem like there's nothing going on here, nothing in common, I think with this card, what I'm going to go off of is this battle. Like, the two swords are fighting each other or hitting each other, and there's almost a burning sun in the background. And I think that's maybe representative of their inner battle. Maybe they want you to like them, but they don't know whether you do or don't. And if you do, are they ready for a relationship? And you're just sitting over here on the sidelines, just calmly waiting. You're watching, you're hoping, you're not pressuring them, you're not pushing them into anything. You're just staying calm and like trying to be a good supportive friend, or just somebody there. And I think that there's a lot going on, so maybe they're not really ready for a relationship right now, and that's what's going on. It's like they want to be with you, they may have taken notice of you, but they're not quite ready to jump into that relationship right now. So I want to say just like ignore them and move away from them. Right now might just be that you need to be their friend, or somebody supportive, somebody who just gives them like some words of encouragement when they need it. And then as soon as they get through with this little inner battle, then they'll be able to look at you the way you want them to look at you. right now what I'm seeing is that they're just really struggling with themselves emotionally. And you need to just give them a little space, a little time, and they'll work through this. I know they will. It seems like they will, because you're there being bright and happy and positive. So continue to be that character, that person in their life, and I'm sure you'll help them get through this, and they will definitely take whatever advice or whatever kindness you give them as something positive and take even more notice of you if they haven't already. So that is the final stack with Lapis Lazuli. So those are all the stacks that I have for you today. And I hope that at least one of these were able to resonate with you and provide you some of the answers you were looking for. And if they didn't, feel free to comment and ask for a follow-up video or for another video or more in-depth video. If there are any questions you'd like me to ask the cards in a future video, please feel free to comment them below. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.